Welcome to One on One with the All-American Walter Luckett in the building. What's happening, my brother? How you doing?
Everything's going great, and the competition in the NBA is becoming very fierce now. I love the parity, and I'm real excited to talk a little bit about NBA and this continuance of being fantastic for our audience.
Absolutely. So the Knicks beat the 76ers yesterday in overtime, right? Good game. What do you think? What do you think about the game?
Well, I think it was a good game, but let's be honest now. The big guy didn't play.
Yep.
Okay, so you're talking about close to 30 points that's missing. Not even counting how often he's on the foul line, and also, he's really a true threat offensively. So they played without him. To go overtime, I'm not really satisfied with that outcome, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns, as a matter of fact, he was wearing a Philly jersey. Everybody was talking about that, So he was wearing the Philly jersey, because of the Eagles, So everybody was like, what are you doing? The whole nine. But Brunson played well. He's got 38. He's been scoring a whole lot of points lately.
Well, I think, believe it or not, you gotta look at him as one of the best point guards in the game. I think he's right behind Curry right now when you talk about scoring and his impact on the team. He's definitely an MVP on that team. And, now with Towns, even though I'm a little disappointed with Towns taking the time off already, he just started with the Knicks. And I don't want him to get into that pattern that he did, when he was in Minnesota, like taking time off. We need him on that floor.
Well, he hurt his finger the game before. You saw that. But listen, they had the thing that I loved about that game was they had 8 players that were involved in everything. Mikal Bridges scored 23. Precious Achiuwa scored 10. Anunoby scored 17. Josh Hart scored 10, and of course, 17 rebounds. This guy got. Josh Hart is the heart of the team right now.
Yes, he is by far. He's the most consistent, and I have to, give big ups, for Bridges now. He's really coming in and really being a major factor offensively and defensively. So the Knicks, I think, have great promise. When they get their center back, obviously they're gonna be a factor to deal with.
Yeah, Miles McBride scored 13. He comes off the bench. He's a sniper. Campaign, he played well. He got 6 points, but did well. Got a couple of assists up in there. So, I mean, the team is doing well. The 76ers, on the other hand,
they're hurting.
Maxey scored 33. Eric Gordon, 14. They just brought him on board. But, Paul George scored 26. Paul George has got to step up, man. Come on now.
Well, yeah, and then also he has to be playing, too. I mean, I don't think in the last 4 or 5 years he's completed a whole season. So you really can't depend on him. And, the big guy really, this not being able to play 2 back-to-back games is unacceptable in my eyes. I think, you got to get out there and make that commitment to the team because he is the heart of the team. He is, the face of the team. And if you're not out there, I don't know how you can win.
Yeah. The Celtics lost to the Raptors. I don't understand what that was about. I saw a little bit of the game. So let me give you the lowdown on that. Porzingis scored 18. Pritchard scored 20. Jason Tatum scored 16. And Jaylen Brown scored 10. What's going on?
Well, Porzingis, he's not my favorite, okay? So they might have to alter their offense once he gets on the floor, because, he shoots threes. I mean, that's his ammo, and I think that takes him out of their flow. So he could be the problem. So they need to really to get him in that offense to try to get him to, to participate with an already well-oiled machine. It's something that they're going to have to work on. Right now, I think, the best team in the East right now, and I hate to say it, and I have to give you big ups for it, is Cleveland.
That's right.
I don't think they're going to get past Cleveland because Cleveland, their bigs are really playing quite well.
They're playing well together. That's what's the deal is. You know what I mean? Now, the Raptors have been playing people well lately. RJ Barrett, he scored 22, still doing his thing, and
former Knick.
Yeah, former Knick. Yeah, there you go. But basically they had 11 people score, They were passing that ball around. So that's that with that. But you know what? The Grizzlies 129-115 over the Spurs, and everybody wants to dunk on Wemby.
That dunk.
Everybody wants to dunk on Wemby.
I tell you that Jay Moran is he's just phenomenal. And I tell you, I love Edie now when he's there. He's a factor. I mean, what a nice team. And Green, I mean, they got some players. I mean, they really, you're right. They got a great nucleus, and they like playing with each other, which is pretty impressive, because with all that talent and to be able to put it together, I think they're gonna be a factor.
You know what I love about the team? The team is again, everybody's involved. They had 12 players that scored yesterday. Desmond Bain scored 21. John Morant scored 21. You had this kid Santi Aldama, who I like. He scored 20.
Ooh.
He scored 20. Jaren Jackson scored 19. If they don't shoot those threes all the daggone time, they could be a better team. Sometimes they shoot too many threes, man. That's what the problem is.
And I agree, but Jaren Jackson, he's phenomenal.
Isn't he?
He's going to be a superstar. He's already almost on his way to superstardom. These are guys, the unsung hero, but I tell you, he is very consistent, and defensively, he's excellent. So I agree with you. I think that chemistry is working well for the Memphis, but most important, collectively, they like playing with each other, and that's what I like about it.
Yeah, on the other side, Victor only scored 13. They still don't know what to do with him. You know what I mean? First of all, I think he needs to go down low more instead of taking them 3-pointers.
You know how I feel about that one. I mean, every time, and I don't even like to see him bringing the ball up the court, to be honest with you. I mean, 7'6", and you're a point guard. Come on, go down low. I mean, but Pop's not there right now. I mean, he might be losing some guidance, because he is very strong underneath. He's almost unstoppable. So I don't understand why they're not working with the interior play. But, he's got a long way to go, but he's got a great promise.
Yeah, Stephon Castle and Devin Vassell. Those two guys are really, really young guys who have a great future ahead of them too.
Go Huskies. Those guys, I mean, just think about that UConn program. I mean, they're comparable to Villanova. I mean, they got guys who come in from a, high-power system and be able to get quickly acclimated to the NBA. I mean, big ups for those two players.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now this was another game that I thought was interesting, to say the least. The Warriors beat the Timberwolves 116-115, bro. Yes.
Well, yes. Well, Wiggins is playing quite well. And I think they played better without Green, believe it or not.
Yeah, he got.
I mean, they got some young guys that are really playing well, and maybe they might find a better way of winning without Green, because I think he disrupts the cohesiveness of that team. So the Warriors got a long way to go, but I think that's a team that's used to winning. And obviously, you got the best shooter in the history of the game with Curry, and I think he's still on top of his game. So, it's going to be a tough season for them, but I do watch out for them in the playoffs. They always play well in the postseason.
I'm still trying to figure out the Timberwolves. I mean, they were my team last year, and I think they miss Karl Anthony Towns, man. They miss him. Julius Randle ain't doing it for them.
Oh, absolutely. He tries to do too much, and he's like a point forward. He handles the ball too much, as far as I'm concerned. And it's unfortunate. And the Ant-Man, he at times he's a little inconsistent, as far as I'm concerned. Sometimes when the big games show up, you can't find him. So it's interesting. I never was a Minnesota fan because of Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
Because I think he hurts them underneath. He could be more offensive minded, and they need to maybe get him more involved down low. I don't know, but somehow they need to be stronger offensively, and they need to have guys to show up when it's time to score when they need the points. And right now they're missing that element.
Well, let's move on over to college basketball. Your Ohio University folks are doing really, really well. They won a game last night against Ball State, 86-71. They're doing very, very well. And I mean, I think that they got a chance to make it to the dance this year.
Well, in the MAC, you have to win the championship. Only one team can go into the NCAA tournament. So it's a fierce competition, believe it or not, in the MAC. So I think that the Bobcats have the chemistry. They got the coaching, but right now it's going to be very competitive. The MAC is very competitive, quiet as kept.
Absolutely. Well, big ups to Ohio U. Juan Castillo with the All-American. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing with the Walter Luckett Jr. Foundation. You got an event coming up.
Yes. We have like what you call lecture series.
Mm-hmm.
And Shonda Rhimes is going to be speaking at the library, the Westport Library, who we're in partnership with. I have over 100 of our students and chaperones are going to probably participate. And it's going to really in celebration of Martin Luther King celebration. So we're real excited about that. I think it's always good to keep his legacy alive. And I also think our young people should also always be reminded of the works that Martin Luther King did and his impact in this in our society. So we're real excited about that.
Absolutely. And also make sure that, you check out, our website where you can buy some T-shirts for the Ohio U, shirts that Walter used to wear back in the day. And of course, you could look right underneath, the ticker down here as to how you can get your shirts and also donate to Ohio University and also the Walter Luckett Foundation. Juan Castillo with you, one-on-one with All-American. Walt, we'll see you next time.